Hello, everyone. Now, it's my honor to introduce such a bright student, Dr. KRITI, who got All India rank 115, and she's from Sri Aurobindo College, Indore. So, beta, congratulations. And I
Thank you,
know
ma'am.
everyone will be asking you, how are you feeling? Hana? So, beta, tell me, how are you feeling?
Ma'am, I am sky high.
Sky high. Were you
Yes.
really looking for this rank?
I was expecting around 200, 300, but when I got the result, it was unbelievable.
Congratulations, Dr. Kriti, for this great achievement. And
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Many congratulations. Yes.
Yes, Dr. Varun, please.
Yes, just many congratulations, Dr. Kriti, for the amazing rank, है ना? So it's
Thank you,
such a
sir.
good thing, है ना, that you will cherish this thing now for entire your life. So
Yes,
मैं
sir.
हमेशा डॉक्टर अमित लाल को बस एक ही चीज कहता हूँ, that only one thing that I have done in my life is that I have got a good rank in the NEET PG, है ना? And then everything it becomes so smooth, ना, है ना? So,
After that, sir, you all started teaching us also. That is the best thing.
Dr. Varun and myself, we go long back association since 2007, right?
Yes.
10th June 2007, I remember
That's a date
when we started the Delhi Center, and he came as a student that year.
Yes.
Oh.
And
yes,
one of the most, you can say, hardworking person I ever met in last 17 years. Many like him we have seen, and ended up in rank 4 All India that year.
फर्स्ट बैच वाले याद रहते हैं.
फर्स्ट बैच वाले नहीं सारे फर्स्ट वाले ज्यादा याद रहते हैं.
ज्यादा याद.
So Dr.
Like
Kriti,
Dr. Kriti,
your
like
journey.
Dr. Kriti, you are star now for our many juniors to come. Dr. Varun was also a star in his time. Like now you have become that star now.
No, sir. I can't compare it with sir, and I can't never compare it with
you are
no,
you are now. Anyways, Dr. Kriti, 1-2 things, है ना? So this interview beta is more for your juniors, है ना? तो आपका तो काम हो गया, देखो, you have done, है ना? So तुम्हारा हो गया. So this interview or whatever recording we are doing, है ना? So this will be mainly the bigger purpose is कि जो juniors who are going to see this thing, so उनको थोड़ा फायदा मिलना चाहिए कि आपकी strategy से, that how you were able to get this such a good rank, है ना? So there are some questionnaire which I have prepared, है ना? आप लोग हमेशा क्वेश्चन मेरे को भेजते थे, तो अभी मैंने कुछ क्वेश्चन प्रिपेयर करे हैं आप लोगों के लिए. इट्स द रिवेंज टाइम. ओके, सो बेटा, इफ यू अलाउ मी टू स्टार्ट विद,
yes sir, of course.
ना, हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट इट इज टू जॉइन एन इंस्टीट्यूट. भाई समटाइम्स स्टूडेंट से कि व्हाई कांट वी रीड इट ऑन अवर सेल्फ. मेडिकल में देयर इज अ ट्रेंड, दे जॉइन एन इंस्टीट्यूट प्रॉपर, बट डेंटल में अभी भी दिस ट्रेंड इज नॉट 100%. So is it necessary? Was the institute really helpful in your study, or we can prepare it without joining an institute also?
No sir, it is very very essential to join an institute because it gives you a shape, it gives you a direction, and it gives you exact thing which you need to study, which you need not to study, and which things are important, which things are not, because you don't know which topic, because it is a very vast syllabus. It is a very vast 19 subjects including dental and medical subjects. It is a very vast syllabus, so it gives you a direction ki which things are important, which are not. You can omit such things. No, you cannot omit such. You have to revise some things daily. So that institute provides us, that teachers provide us.
Okay. And what's your take on recorded versus live lecture? Did you attended both recorded and live lectures? क्योंकि बहुत सारा कोर्स हो जाता है फिर.
Sir, it was my second attempt. In my when I was in internship, I took the live lectures. I made all the notes during that time only. And this time, as I had my notes with me, so I took the test series thing and the recorded. If I am not able to understand something, so I can go to that lecture and listen it again.
But you have attended the live lectures in last year.
Live lecture give you more discipline. Like you have to sit there and you have to make the notes that day only. You have to complete it. Like otherwise there will be a backlog.
Yes.
So it gives you a great amount of discipline.
एंड बेटा फर्स्ट रीडिंग कब कंप्लीट कर लिया आपने? एंड देन क्योंकि रिविजन्स के लिए भी प्रोबेबली यू नीड मच मोर टाइम in
Yes,
this
sir.
NEET exam. Course is so vast, you need to revise it multiple
Yes,
times.
sir. Sir, before postponement, I was able to complete first reading at the time of INI.
Okay, November
INI.
Okay.
Then,
And then you have 2-3 months for 2 months,
yes,
3 months time for the NEET
yes,
exam.
sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So that means for every student, this just thing goes कि make sure that you do the first reading at a proper time so that you have a good amount of time for the
Yes,
revision.
sir.
And how many times revision beta required on an average?
Sir, last 15 days revision is like very much important.
Okay.
Very, very much important. And before first you should complete a first detail reading. Then there should be some points or whatever you can highlight that you have to more focus on these things on the second reading, and that last 15 days reading should be like Jasmine ma'am said, I was very much panicking, and so ma'am said, because you are reading from A to Z again.
yes क्योंकि सब ब्लैंक हो जाता है, सब जीरो हो जाता है ना? आप अनैटमी से ओरल सर्जरी पे आते हैं तो अनैटमी जीरो हो जाती है.
Exactly. I was very much panicking on the last day that it is not completing, my syllabus is left. So ma'am said ki because you are revising again from A to Z, you don't have to revise everything.
Over to you, Jasmine ma'am.
That was one thing better you followed. Otherwise, students were not able to do that. So you are very smart in that. At least you listened.
No, ma'am, I remember I called you. You were in your car, and I called you panicking that I was actually reading content though that time. And I was like, I have done this subject 2 times, but still it is taking time. So you said, why are you reading abscess again? Why are you reading no things you know? Just have a look on the things you forgot or something like that.
अच्छा बेटा, you just talked about that this was your second attempt, है ना? Normally इसको क्या कहते हैं ना, dropper, we call it dropper. But I don't think it is a dropper year. You rose in it, no? So it should be a rise year.
Yes, ma'am.
But
last time it the rank was 1395, 1395. It was I talked to sir also, Amit sir also. So it was a thing that should I leave it? It was 80% people were saying that you should not leave this and don't take drop. But there was a thing that if that time I was not eligible for exam due to some internship criteria, and we got eligible just 1.5 months back. So I was like, if I can read in 1.5 months and I can leave 5-4 subjects, I can do better in 1 year. So that took me.
So, but do you have any regret now? To no regret, na?
No.
So
regret.
Drop year is a good year, है ना?
No,
so we should change
its
name. We should change its name, na? Rise year होना चाहिए. But a drop year, everyone gets so demotivated. Yes, but I am sure, beta, it would have been tough, है ना? It would have been a little tough.
It pressure becomes double because you are giving extra time to that.
So how you manage that? How were you able to really cope up?
Ma'am, it was like you have to do it. You don't have a plan B right now.
No option.
There is no option.
Dr.
And now
KRITI,
you
I
can do
would
anything.
actually ask you very question which I am getting for last 2 days now. All those students whose rank is not up to their own standards and little behind, you can say, and they are in a dilemma whether to start journey all over again, whether to go for next year NEET or not. What is your take and what is your opinion on that? What was like Dr. KRITI last year when the result came? And what were the changes you see in yourself in this 7-8 months post NEET 22? what made you stand up, and what actually you did to get transformed from 1395 to 115 today?
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, first of all, you should be all mentally prepared that you have to, there, everything will come during next year, and anything can come. Any barrier can come, but you have to keep going. Like, something bad will happen, something good will happen, some functions will happen, but you have to be keep going. And that time I was doing internship, I was less patient. This year it taught me more patient, more calm, yeah, and more disciplined. That time we were like कि notes बना लिए और read कर लिए, pulse solve कर ली. And but this time नहीं, इसके बाद ये करना है, इसके बाद ये करना है, इसके बाद ये वाला क्वेश्चन बैंक लगाने, इसके बाद PYQs लगाने के हैं. मतलब सब कुछ लाइन से करना है.
सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट यू कि नोट्स आपने बात करा, तो वर द नोट्स अप टू द मार्क? नोट्स कितनी बार रिवाइज करें? क्योंकि स्टिल दिस आई एम आस्किंग यू दिस थिंग, क्योंकि हम कहते हैं ना स्टूडेंट्स मानते नहीं है ना. प्रोबेबली एक टॉपर के मुंह से सुनेंगे तो शायद प्रोबेबली दे विल अंडरस्टैंड द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ नोट्स. सो हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट दीज क्लास नोट्स विच वी हैव डिस्कस्ड, है ना, सो देवर, एंड कितने टाइम वो लगाए, जिसको कहते हैं लगाए मतलब रिवाइज करे, कितने टाइम वो आपने रिवाइज करे नोट्स, और क्या उनमें से क्वेश्चंस आए
रहते हैं वो खुद में ही, मतलब बहुत कैलकुलेटेड चीजें बताते हैं आप लोग की ये करनी है, लिखना, नथिंग एक्स्ट्रा. और मे बी कोई नई चीज प्रीवियस ईयर में आती है तो वो अपडेट होते जाते हैं हर साल अपडेट होते हैं. तो इट इज वेरी मच एसेंशियल टू स्टिक ऑन नोट्स. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't
मैं
have
नोट्स
to
के लिए
go
वही कहता
anywhere.
हूँ कि वो क्रक्स है जो हमारी पूरी नॉलेज है ना उसका, है ना, तो वो
Yes,
निचोड़
sir.
है पूरी नॉलेज का.
Example, your cons part. It is in a very few pages, but those few pages are very important. Like the student is a big thing, but you concentrated the whole student in like 5 to 6 pages. I know. So it is like those 5 to 6 pages very important. You cannot miss a thing in that.
नहीं, एक्चुअली कौन सेंडो तो आई थिंक आपकी बार पूरा आई थिंक नोट्स में से ही आया, एज मच एज आई नो, एज मच एज आई नो, कोई देयर वाज नो क्वेश्चन, है ना. भाई पीएचडी तो इज ऑलवेज लाइक कि भाई पीएचडी सर तो हमेशा फेवरेट रहते ही हैं हर स्टूडेंट्स के. पीएचडी सर एंड ओएमआर सर, डॉक्टर सुमित एंड डॉक्टर मनीष, सो दे आर तो ऑल टाइम फेवरेट आई थिंक हर स्टूडेंट के, है ना.
नहीं सर,
नहीं नहीं, दे आर लाइक मतलब ना, बट दिस टाइम तो आई थिंक बाकी सब्जेक्ट्स का भी पेपर वाज, तो डेंटल वाज इजी फाइनल ईयर, क्योंकि फाइनल ईयर को बहुत बड़ा एक वो माना जाता है 8 सब्जेक्ट्स, है ना.
PhD dominated, like PhD questions were tricky this
PhD dominated, sir. OMFS questions were also little ये मतलब they
you
were
were able to manage the exam.
we are able to solve, but they were like कि you have to थोड़ा सा दिमाग लगाना पड़ेगा.
दिमाग लग नहीं, वो तो दिमाग तो लगाना ही पड़ेगा, बिना उसके तो नीट पूरा होगा ही.
तो
And what about medical subjects? Like, were you able to manage in part 1? सबका ये ओपिनियन है, part 1 थोड़ा सा ट्रिकी था.
थोड़ा सा सर टैंगी तो आया था. मतलब when I was solving the paper, I was like, जब कुछ क्वेश्चन सर्जरी के, कुछ क्वेश्चन मेडिसिन के नहीं बन रहे थे ऑन अ फर्स्ट गो, आई वाज लाइक कि पेपर टफ है एंड आई हैव, तब मेरा दिमाग ऐसे चल रहा है कितने अटेम्प्ट करने, कितने नहीं करने. एंड आई स्टार्टेड पुटिंग दोस क्वेश्चंस ऑन रिव्यू, एंड बट दे वर काइंड ऑफ बाउंसर्स. एंड 50% medicine was easy, 50% was bouncer. So 50% surgery was easy, 50% was bouncer. So there were 2-3 questions in each subject that were new or
okay.
This time they
otherwise everything was.
But rest of the like part 1 medical was manageable.
Yes.
And this time they gave thorax
directly from the notes. Some part of medicine just directly from the notes.
This time they paid attention to the thorax, है ना?
Yes,
somehow they remembered that we can also read thorax and everything.
Post serial media steno, I was like, who is asking that to us?
But this should be a credit to the examiner, the paper setter. He has to give, otherwise, all of us will do 100%. He has to give some questions.
Right.
Now, this time the score has been so good, है ना? So,
जब पेपर मुश्किल होता है तो आई थिंक जिन्होंने पढ़ रखा हो उनके लिए
वही
अच्छा हो
निकल
जाता है.
उनके लिए अच्छा होता है, but still the score is very high this year. Although like many students still like rankers also saying paper थोड़ा tricky था, but आप लोगों के scores बहुत ज्यादा है, last year के मुकाबले तो ज्यादा ही है.
सही में ज्यादा है. और I don't know इतना difficult में इतना अच्छा score कैसे आया? So what was your thought? Easy paper, difficult, moderate?
It was a moderate paper, ma'am. It was a dental part was easy and medical part was moderate.
And how many you attempted basically overall in the exam?
Sir, I attempted 221 questions.
21.
Okay.
You were telling to attempt 225 to 30 questions. At the first go, I just attempted 150 questions. And I put all the questions in marks for review. Then I was like कि इसमें कुछ नहीं होगा. Start दिमाग लगाना चालू करो. Start attempting questions. Go to up to 220, 230 questions. So I don't know what
many a
happened.
times,
very wise.
even like I have felt like many a times when we see one question, एकदम से कई बार click नहीं होता है. But when we revisit it, we read the questions, we read the options, we start eliminating, or we start putting some logic to the topic, then things start coming. Like वो picture बननी शुरू होती है आपके सामने.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And notes याद
पिक्चर
आने
बनी
शुरू होते हैं.
डॉक्टर कृति एग्जाम्स में है कभी क्लाउड्स बने कि एग्जाम में की टीचर आ रहा है वो एक स्मोक सा क्लाउड बन रहा है उसमें मनीष सर आ रहे हैं कि नहीं पीएचडी में ये क्वेश्चन में कंफ्यूजन है नहीं बेटा यही मार्क करना है.
सर ऐसा 3 क्वेश्चंस में हुआ था कि आई चेंज द आंसर एंड आई वाज वेरी थैंकफुल कि पता नहीं कौन आया दिमाग में उस टाइम.
ओके वो क्लाउड से बने ऐसे स्मोक का क्लाउड बना उसमें मनीष सर की इमेज आई या सुमित सर की इमेज आई.
आफ्टर क्लिकिंग द आंसर वापस से जब पढ़ा तो आई पुट दोस क्वेश्चन ऑन मार्क और वापस से जब पढ़ा तो आई वाज लाइक कि ये नहीं 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 ये नहीं है ये नहीं है मतलब.
और वो करेक्ट हुए ना फाइनली वो करेक्ट भी हुए. अरे दैट्स गुड थिंग मतलब उल्टा तो नहीं कर दिया कि पहले करेक्ट थे और बाद में गलत.
इट हैपेंड विद 3 क्वेश्चन बाकी जो भी नेगेटिव आई डोंट नो अभी.
That's very good. That's very good. अच्छा डॉक्टर कृति एक बहुत ही नॉट अ वेरी एप्ट क्वेश्चन आई वुड से बट ये स्टूडेंट्स का बहुत बार क्वेरी होता है कि कितने मंथ्स एंड कितने आवर्स पर डे. दो ये वेरी करता है. आई एम टेलिंग यू दिस इज अ वेरी अब्सर्ड क्वेश्चन बट बेटा कितने आवर्स पर डे पढ़े और कितने मंथ्स की पढ़ाई विल गिव यू सच अ रैंक.
सर आई frankly I never calculated number of hours. मतलब I was just doing it
full day.
जो भी हाँ मतलब जो भी उस दिन का टारगेट रहता था तो.
And full year was a drop year, no clinic, nothing.
I went clinic.
Okay, you were doing.
Because full day I was not able to study at first.
Okay.
So I was going for clinic for 4 hours something. Then I stopped going 2-3 months.
In last few months you stopped going. Yes. So you were completely dedicated in the last 4-5 months. You were completely dedicated to the NEET entrance.
Yes, sir.
That's very good. Very good.
मतलब in my opinion we can go. When you will hear the sound of air router, you will feel good. You will see those instruments in front of you. You feel good, and it takes your mind off from everything when you are doing the patient. Everything.
बोरियत भी नहीं होती वो घर पे है ना. चेंज हो जाता है थोड़ा सा एटमॉस्फेयर. दैट्स वेरी गुड थिंग.
At least beta you knew when to leave it. You didn't continue. So that was a wise decision. Very
because
good.
We get very much tired after that. So time फिर जब ऐसा लगने लगा कि अभी तो छोड़ना ही पड़ेगा.
And beta, which subjects did you find were difficult for you in the beginning, and aate you got really a good hand in them?
I found sir के subject biochemistry, DM very मतलब they were not difficult but now boring. I can say they were not difficult but
boring is the word.
Try subjects.
But now they are not difficult, no?
Yes, ma'am. Definitely not. And Pharmac was easy to read, but it was difficult to retain. So, and Prostho, little bit.
So Pharmac, how did you master? क्या किया? Daily quiz में you used to come?
Daily quiz were the very, very good thing, ma'am. Whatever I was doing, I will just leave it whenever the link came, and मतलब आप बोलते थे ना तो वो चीज याद हो जाती थी. गलत भी करने के बाद अगर वो चीज याद हो जाती थी, एकदम डायरेक्ट माइंड में चली जाती थी. So they were the best thing in the last few days. They were really the best things, and the subject wise quizzes, वो comment section में there was a competition to post the answer.
Yes.
So they were the very good thing. After that you have to you just tell us कि ये अभी गलत किया है तो ये पढ़ने का ही है. और इसके बिना काम नहीं चलेगा. तो
हाँ. नहीं, hypersensitivity came, है ना? Reaction valproate came from that. See, beta पढ़ते तो we all read, but it is all about, as you said, कि revision, है ना?
And you told us that 80% paper will come from the 50% topics. So just don't go here and there. Revise.
And surgery, medicine, even pathology, they are bound to give difficult. But our aim should be, okay, we are able to do 60% of that, so we are happy. We will be in the top rank.
Yes.
So obviously, because even the medicos can't solve full paper. Otherwise, we will be getting 100%.
Ma'am, in Pharmac, I used to discuss and revise with my medical friend, because NEET PG was also 5 days. So we used to revise it at night after we have done our studying, 12 to 1 every day. One topic, and the notes were very much, everything was similar. Their notes and our notes were Pharmac notes.
Very good.
Everything was almost similar.
You reminded me of my days. Like, actually, I have one of my best friend is a pediatrician now. He is like, when we got ranks in CBSE, his rank was little higher, so he got MBBS, I got BDS, and we used to go to coaching those days, Saturday, Sunday. He used to go to MDMS, I used to go to MDS coaching, and Sunday evening we used to meet at some place to have chicken or something. And that time only parameter was like mainly 1 or 2 hours we had to revise Pharmac, because when you speak out Pharmac, when you speak out drugs, you remember.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's very volatile.
He was like also my quota friend, and we were revising, matlab, anti-diabetic. Every day we will revise anti-diabetic for 10 minutes, and all that CNS thing that was very difficult to grasp.
Very good strategy actually. That is now when you discuss now, and when you discuss with the medical friends now. Look, the schizophrenia for us, it's a difficult thing, but for them it's just a regular thing, है ना? तो वो आपको they will tell you some 4 or 5 key points ना, and then you will remember those things ना. Same with diabetes and all ना. That's a very good strategy. That's the same thing which happened in MAMC also.
We did some same things with some anatomy, head and neck, and path also.
Absolutely. Very good strategy.
And I'm sure he must have been bad in anatomy, head and neck. Hello? Yes, no? Because they don't study that part very well.
I used to rectify them the branches of all the arteries and nerve of the head and neck, and I made all that. You said hypersensitivity, type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4, all the examples. So I stick them on the wall, and I used to babble them, so she was listening every time.
Okay.
One question in NEET PG for last 10 years is what? One question every year. What is the depressor of mandible? Every year this question comes, and half of the students do it wrong till date. I've seen the papers, I see the teachers discussing those papers and telling them this is really getting tough. Like, for them, remembering what is elevator and depressor of mandible becomes really tough.
Because they have to study whole anatomy.
Whole anatomy, so this becomes little less concerned part.
Yes.
So Dr. Kriti, जाते जाते दो messages, दो different set of people के लिए. One is for all the viewers who will be watching this, watching you as a top ranker student. What is your message, short and sweet, कि वो बस सुने and वो पढ़ाई शुरू कर दें. Secondly, to all the team faculties of BDS to MDS, कि वो सुने और वो खुशी से वो भी पागल हो जाए.
नहीं, हम अभी पागल हैं because she has got such a great rank.
We are
And
sitting with her now, we are discussing, but all those
Yes.
who are not here, they are always eager to listen to students.
Yes, faculties, they look up to you, है ना, for these lines, है ना, every faculty, है ना.
Yes, please.
Sir, for the students, if you have to do, you have to do it anyway. There is no shortcut, and there is no. You have to complete all the subjects. You have to go through all the 19 subjects. You can't leave any one subject behind. You have to do it. There is no shortcut in it. You have to give tests. It is a very important thing. How to manage. Sir, you are there?
Yes,
Sorry.
yes, very much we are there.
Yes, beta, you can continue.
So there is no shortcut to this, and you have to complete all the 19 subjects, and you have to do the revision part, and it's all in your mind. It's all mind game in the last 15-20 days. How you are managing the mind thing, how you are managing your anxiety and all. It's so listen to your mentors time to time, take those daily quizzes, take those sessions that your mentors, because they are doing it for a reason, because they know your mental state that time. So listen to them. It is very important. It helped me. Last day also, when sir and ma'am was discussing how many questions to attempt, what to do, how to pack your bag before going, put this, put that, there's no dress code. So it is, there is in mind that someone is concerned, so do it. And
So-
to the team, all the 19 subject notes are with me right now, and they are enough. You all are doing great to concise the vast subject in those small copies of us, and the way you're making small things understand us, concising, like there's sometimes overlapping topics, prostho mein bhi wahi hai, cons mein bhi wahi hai. So you all manage to do it in one place, not everywhere. You just have, it is like you just have to read it from a place. You don't have to read it from anywhere, and it will work for everything.
Thank you, beta. अच्छा बेटा एक बात बताओ. Now, is it doable? You have done it, है ना? Now it's easy for you. But you know there are many people who are doubting themselves. I can't do it. I can't study. I am not intelligent. I am from a government private college.
It
So
is
is it
not about
doable?
the talent or something. It is just about the discipline.
Discipline, correct. Very good. You know, many a times I have seen talents go wasted if they don't have discipline and
It is
persistence.
just about practice and practice in the discipline part.
So कर सकते हैं ना कोई भी. Like if we start today, can we do it?
आराम से.
Right? Okay. And now thank you so much Dr. Kriti for motivating us also. You know, आप सबका interview लेते ना, मतलब we have been pumped up. Now we cannot thank all of you enough. We have been pumped up to do best in life. So thank you so much.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Dr. Kriti.
Sir.
It was pleasure
Thank you, Dr. Kriti.
interacting with you and knowing your journey and story on this.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Dr. Kriti, and all the
Sir,
best
my
for your branches.
parents are here.
Yes,
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 please.
we want to meet. Yes,
Yes, yes.
yes.
Mama.
हेलो सर।
हेलो, नमस्ते। कैसे? हेलो।
नमस्कार।
हाँ जी।
नमस्कार
बहुत
मैडम,
बहुत मुबारक हो।
बहुत बहुत मुबारक।
बहुत
आप
ही
सभी
अच्छे
को भी
हैं, बहुत ही समझदार बच्ची हैं। बहुत ही कितनी कूलली इन्होंने किया है, जो बहुत
जी जी
मुश्किल होता है। और
नहीं नहीं,
आपने
आप
भी
सभी
बहुत
को,
अच्छा सपोर्ट दिया है।
आप सभी का बहुत अच्छा सहयोग था।
जी
और जो अभी बिटिया कह रही थी कि टैलेंट के साथ में अनुशासन भी होना चाहिए, डिसिप्लिन भी होना चाहिए, तो मुझे
जी
लगता है ये बहुत बड़ी बात है। और
जी
ये सब
जी।
आप लोगों ने सिखाया है।
नहीं,
और
ये
आज
तो आपने सिखाया है, ये आपने
जी
सिखाया है, जो बचपन से
जी
आपने बड़ा किया है ना, ये वो चीज है।
जी जी
हम तो बहुत छोटा हिस्सा थे, तो
जी
आपने ही सिखाया कैसे डिसिप्लिन करे।
जी जी।
और आपका
बस आप
कैसा
सबका
रहा सफर? आपका कैसा रहा
बहुत
1 ईयर ये?
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है। बहुत ज्यादा अंदर से तनाव था, कि लग
हम्म।
रहा था कि इसको सफलता मिलनी चाहिए, लेकिन इतनी बम्पर सफलता मिलेगी मुझे नहीं मालूम था। मैं इतना एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर रहा था कि मतलब इतनी अच्छी रैंक लेकर के आएगी। लेकिन जब मुझे मालूम पड़ा तो मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई, और हम सब सारे लोग एंजॉय कर रहे हैं। आज सतना का जो लीडिंग पेपर है, दैनिक भास्कर, उसने भी
अरे
इसको
वाह।
बाकायदा दिया हुआ है इसके अंदर।
अरे वाह,
वाव।
बहुत ही
डॉक्टर
बढ़िया,
कृति,
बहुत ही
प्लीज
बढ़िया।
शेयर द पिक ऑफ
इसको
दिस
कवर करने के
विद
लिए
अस।
इसके इसके जो वहाँ के संपादक हैं, वो यहाँ पर हमारे घर आए थे, और इसको
अच्छा।
हाँ, मिठाई भी दिया, और साथ में उन्होंने इसको आज प्रिंट भी किया पूरा। तो आप
वाह।
अरे
सभी का
बहुत ही बढ़िया, बहुत ही
नहीं, ये
बढ़िया।
तो आपका अचीवमेंट है। मैंने देखा है, पता है, बच्चों को तो खुशी है ही अचीव करने की,
जी
पेरेंट्स की
जी।
तो 3 गुना 4 गुना है।
मैं तो बिल्कुल, मेरे लिए मेरी जिंदगी सफल हो गई,
सही।
इसलिए कि मेरी 2 बेटियां हैं, और एक बेटी इसने ये भी सफल हो रही है, और दूसरी बेटी हमारी सीए पूना में आर्टिकलशिप कर रही है। और तो
ओके।
मुझे लग रहा है कि दोनों लोग आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, और हम
नहीं
दोनों भी बहुत खुश हैं, और बहुत अच्छे ढंग से हम लोग
नहीं,
सब
आप
आगे बढ़
जैसे
रहे हैं।
पेरेंट्स को सच में सल्यूट है। बिना पेरेंट्स की हेल्प के ना, ये
सब
सर होता
आप
ही
लोगों
नहीं
ने
है। ये होता
जी
ही
जी
नहीं है। पेरेंट्स भी बहुत, एक घर में ना एनवायरनमेंट चाहिए पढ़ने को। तो
जी
ये
जी।
उनकी तो है जीत, 80% आपकी है। और हमारी तो
नहीं नहीं
बहुत ही मिनिमम है, 1%, कुछ नहीं
नहीं
है।
नहीं,
आप दोनों ने
बहुत
करके दिखाया है सर ये।
कृति कृति ने काफी तारीफ किया, बोले कि सर लोगों ने, मैडम ने, सबने खूब काफी समय समय पर जब भी आपसे जो भी उसने चाहा, तो आपने उसको मार्गदर्शन दिया, उसको गाइड किया। और मुझे लगता है कि ये अभी अभी तो ये एक पड़ाव है, इसको भी
हाँ
आगे
जी।
भी आपकी जरूरत है।
नहीं नहीं,
और मुझे
बिल्कुल।
पूरी उम्मीद है कि आप लोगों का पूरा सहयोग अभी आगे भी
एनी
मिलेगा।
टाइम सर, वो तो।
इसके पूरे
एनी टाइम,
मुकाम में
हमेशा।
पहुंचना ही चाहता हूँ। जी जी
हमेशा हमेशा उनके साथ है।
जी।
बहुत
थैंक यू
अच्छा
वेरी
लगा
मच
आपसे मिलकर।
जी, बहुत अच्छा लगा
थैंक
जी।
थैंक यू।
थैंक
थैंक
यू।
यू वेरी मच।
नमस्कार।
थैंक यू।
नमस्कार।
वाह बच्चा, देखा है कितने प्राउड किया आपने, है ना? ये किसी भी रैंक और किसी भी चीज से बड़ी खुशी है ना, जब मम्मी पापा
Yes,
इतने
ma'am.
खुश हो जाए,
Yes, ma'am.
है ना? बहुत अच्छा है। थैंक यू बेटा।
थैंक यू
Thank you,
डॉक्टर
ma'am.
कृति।
चलो, ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर योर फ्यूचर बेटा।
And just stay in that
Yes,
group
sir.
and all. Will keep you updated regarding the counseling process, and we'll take sessions on regular basis regarding. We'll bring out people of different
कॉलेजेस एंड ऑल।
branches to put you inside कि एक्चुअल में वो पीजी होती कैसी है, उसके बाद भी क्या होता है, क्या स्कोप है. We'll start with that. Okay.
एंड बेटा, जो कामनेस आपने अभी गैदर की है ना, वो रखना आगे, बिकॉज पीजी टफ होती है। ठीक है, इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी इजी। तो टफ के लिए तो वी आर रेडी, है ना डॉक्टर कृति? रेडी?
Yes,
वी
yes,
आर रेडी।
absolutely.
गुड।
ग्रेट, ऑल द बेस्ट, बाय।
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.